when ourselves aground. Be still, be still.
High my hearts, cheerily, cheerily my hearts, ye near, taking the topsail, tend to the master's whistle, blow till thou windy broom enough. Good boatswain, where's the master? Do you not hear him? You more on labour, keep to your cabins, you do assist the storm. Nay, good, be patient, where the sea is hence, where cares these roarers for the name of the king, to the cabin, silence, trouble us not. Good, yea, remember who thou hast on board. No more than I love myself. You are a counsellor. If you can command these elements to silence, then work at the peace of present. We will hand rope no more. Use your authority. And if you cannot, give thanks to yourself that you have lived so long and make yourself in your cabin for the mischance of the hour if it so hap. Cheer the good heart. Out of my way, I say. I have great comfort from this fellow. Methinks he has no drowning mark upon him. Could we get someone else to play the profile just because I don't know what's going on with the profile. It's even if you guys. We're nearly done. We'll just finish it. I have taken great comfort from this fellow. He thinks he has no drowning mark upon him. His complexion is perfect gallows. Stand fast for his fate, to his hanging, and make the rope of his destiny our cable for our own dross little advantage. He be not born to hang, our case is miserable. Down with the topmast! Yeah, lower, lower! Bring her, try with the main course. A plague upon this howling. They are louder than the weather or our office. Yet again, what do you here? Shall we give you a drowning? Do you a mind to sink?
And proxy your throat, you bellowing, monstrous, incontrollable dog.
Won't you then?
Hang you horse and insolent noisemaker. We are less afraid to be drowned than thou art.
I'll warrant him for our drowning, though our ship were no stronger than a nutshell and as leaky as an unstanched quench. Lay her a hold, set the two courses off to sea again, lay her off. What must our mouths be cold?
Let's all sing to the king.
Let's take leave of him.
Now I would give 1,000 furlongs of sea for an acre of our ground. King, heath, brown haze, anything. The will will be done. But I would fain have died a dry death. No one else can carry on. Are you in this evening?
If I were on my dearest Bobby, you would put the wild horses in the boat. Alexander, the sky it seems to pour down stinking pit, but that the sea mountains the elephant's cheek dashes the fire out. Oh, I suffer those who I saw suffer, but a brave vessel, who I doubt, have no doubt. Some noble creatures in her dashed to all pieces. Oh, the pride and none against my very heart. Poor souls, they perished and had no God of power. I would have sunk the sea within the earth or air. It should be good ship, so I have swallowed, and the floating souls within her.
Be collected, no more amazement. Tell your piteous heart there's no harm done.
Oh, woe the dead!
No harm. I have done nothing but in care of thee. My dear one, thee, my daughter, who art ignorant of what thou art, not knowing of whence I am, nor that I am more better than Prospero.
Alright, pause, let's improve it as we go along, okay? So, if you're talking about how upset you are about this ship, because people have died on it, let's see it, yeah? So he needs to have some reason to be like, no harm and like, to comfort you. So you need to see something that makes him want to comfort you. Okay, so let's go back to be collected, no more amazing.
Be collected, no more amazement. Tell your piteous heart there's no harm done.
Oh, woe the day!
No harm. I have done nothing but in care of thee, my dear one, thee, my daughter, who art ignorant of what thou art, nor knowing of whence I am, nor that I am more better than Prospero, master of a full poor cell, and thy no greater father.
Assume that Imogen will be.
For thou must know, now know that father. Thou must know, now know father.
You have often begun to tell me what I am, but stop and let me put living place in position, including stay not chair.
The hour is now come. The very minute bids thee ope thine ear. Obey and be attentive. Canst thou remember a time before we came into the cell? I do not think thou canst. For then thou was not out 3 years old.
I had not 4 or 5 women once that time, eh?
Thou hast had more, Miranda. But how is it that this lives in thy mind? 12 years since, Miranda, 12 years since thy father was the Duke of Milan and a prince of power.
Oh, the heavens, what a fool have we played, that we came from this Venice.
By foul play, as thou sayest. Were we heaved thence, but blessedly hope hither. My brother and thy uncle, called Antonio, I pray thee mark him, that a brother should be so perfidious, he who next thyself of all the world I loved, and to him put the manage of my state. The king of Naples, being an enemy to me inveterate, hearkens my brother's suit, and confers fair Milan. With all the honours of my brother whereon a treacherous army levied, one midnight fated to the purpose did Antonio open the gates of Milan. And I, the dead of darkness, the ministers for the purpose were it thence, me and thy crying self.
Your tale, sir, will cure deafness.
Here a little further, and I'll bring thee to the present business.
Wherefore did they not that hour destroy us?
Well demanded, wench. My tale provokes that question, dear. They durst not so dear the love of my people bore me. In few they hurried us aboard a bark, bore us some leagues to sea, where they prepared a rotten carcass of a boat the very rats instinctively had quitted. There they hoist us to cry to the sea that roared to us, to sigh to the winds whose pity sighing back again did us but loving wrong.
How came we ashore?
By providence divine. Some food we had and some fresh water that a noble Neapolitan, Gonzalo, did give us, knowing I love my books. He furnished me from my own library with volumes that I prize above my dukedom. Sit still and hear the rest, and hear the last of our sea song. Here in this island we arrived, and here have I, thy schoolmaster, made thee more profit than other princesses, and that have more time for vainer hours and tutors not so careful.
Heavens thank thee for, and now I pray you, sir, for this is beating in my mind and your waiting in these storms.
What accident no strange. Bountiful fortune now, my dear lady, hath mine enemies brought to this shore. Here, cease more questions. Thou art inclined to sleep. 'Tis a good dullness, to give it way. I know thou canst not choose. Hast thou spirit performed to point the tempest that I bade thee?
To wreck the article, I boarded the king's ship, and on the beak, the waist, the deck, in every cabin, I flamed amazement. Sometimes I divide and burn in many places. On the topmast, the yards, and the bowsprit, I flamed distinctly, then meat and joy, chose lightning, free curses, of the dreadful thunderclap, more momentarily in sight I would not. Fire and cracks, or some furious roaring, the most mighty Neptune seemed to besiege and make his bold waves tremble. Yea, his dread trident shake.
Not a soul but felt a fever of the mad and plated tricks of desperation. All but mariners plunged in the foaming brine and hit the vessel. Then all afire with me, the king's son Ferdinand, with hair upstaring like reeds. Not hair was the first man that leaped, cried, hell is empty and all the devils are here.
But are they, safe?
Not heavish, on the sustaining garments, not a blemish, but fresher than before. And, as though they instigate, in troops I dispersed them about the isle. The king's son, having landed by himself, his arms in this sad knot.
Ariel, thy charge is exactly as performed, but there's more work.
There more toil, since thou dost give me pains. Let me remember thee, what thou hast promised.
How now, Moody? From what toll? Oh, sure. Sorry. How now, Moody? What is thou canst demand?
Magnanimity. Remember, I have done thee worthy service.
Dost thou forget what a torment I did free thee?
I do not, sir.
Thou liest, malignant thing! Hast thou forgot the foul-witched Sycorax, who with age and envy was grown into a hoop? Hast thou forgot her?
No, sir.
This blue-eyed hag was hither brought with chance, and here was left by the sailors. Thou, my slave, as thou reports thyself, was then her servant she did confine thee into a cloven pie, within which rift in prison thou didst painfully remain a dozen years, within which space she died, and left thee here, where thou didst vent thy groans as vast mill-wheels strike. Then was this island safe for the sun, that she did litter here, a freckled, well, hag-born, not honoured with a human shape.
Yes, Caliban, her son.
Dull thing I say so. He the Caliban whom now I keep in service. Thou best knowest what torment I did find thee in. Thy groans did make wolves howl and penetrate the breasts of ever angry bears. It was mine art when I arrived and heard thee that made gape the pine and let thee out.
Pardon, master.
The lady's gone on and changed it.
And
It
do
says
my
that
speaking gently.
I've accepted the interview.
Do so. And after 2 days I will discharge thee.
That's my noble master. What shall I do? Say what shall I do?
Go live thyself like a nymph of the sea. Be subject to no sight but thine and mine. Invisible to every eyeball else. Go take the ship and hither come in. Go! Hence with diligence. Awake, dear heart. Awake. Thou hast slept well. Awake. We'll visit Caliban, my slave, who never yields us kind answer.
'Tis a villain, sir. I do not look so harm.
But as 'tis, we can't miss him. He does make our fire, fetch in our wood, and serves in offices and offices. What ho, slave Caliban? Thou earth, thou speak.
There's wood enough within.
Come forth, I say. There's other business for thee.
As wicked Jew as ere my mother brushed with raven's feathers from this unwholesome fed, drop on you both, as southwest blow on ye and blister you all.
For this be sure, tonight thou shalt have crowns, side stitches that shall bend thy breath.
The silence mine, by Sycorax my mother, which thou takest from me. When thou camest first, thou strokest me, and maddest looked at me, which gives me water with berries in it. And then I loved thee, and showed thee all the qualities of the island. Fresh springs, brine pits, barren place, and fertile. Curse be that I did so. Call the charms of Sycorax, toad, beetles, bats, light on you. I am all the subjects that you have, which first is mine own king, and here you stymie in this hard rocks. Why do you do keep me from the rest of the island?
Thou most lying slave, I have used thee, filth as thou art, with human care, and lodged thee in mine own cell, till thou didst seek to violate the honor of my child!
Oh, wouldn't have been done. Thou didst prevent me. I have people else's islands with Calibans.
A bold slave. Therefore wast thou deservedly confined into this rock, who hadst deserved more than a prison.
You taught me language, and my prophets ontist I know how to curse. The red plague rich, you familiar me your language.
I exceed hence! Fetch us in fuel and be quick. Thou art best to answer other business. Truest thou malice? If thou neglect us unwillingly what I command, I'll rack thee with old cramps, fill all thy bones with aches, make thee roar that beasts shall tremble at thy din.
No, pray thee! I must obey. His arts with such power it will control my damned god Setulus, and make a vassal of him.
So, slave, hence!
And then take hands. Wild ways whist.
So I'm just going to go see if I can
And
get
sweet sprites
Okay.
burden there. The watchdog's bark. Strain obstructing chanter clear. Cock-a-doodle die.
Where should this meter be? In the air of the earth. It sounds no more, I'm sure it waits upon some god of the island. Sitting on a bank, weeping again, the kings my fathers wrecked, this music crept by me upon the waters. Align both their fury and my passion with its sweet air. Thence I followed it. Or hath it drawn me, rather? It is gone. No, it begins again.
Full fathom by thy father lies.
All his bones are coral made.
Those are pearls that were his eyes.
Nothing of him that doth fade.
What doth sub their acid change?
Into secret, rich and strange.
See nymphs hardly ring his knell.
Hark, now I hear
It is a
ding
ding-dong
dong
bell.
bell.
This is the dilemma, my drowned father. This is no mortal business, nor no sound that the earth owes. Hear it now above.
The fringe curtains of thine eyes advance, and say, what thou seest yon.
What is it? A spirit?
No.
Lord, how looks about? Believe me, sir, it carries a brave form. 'Tis the spirit
No, wench. It eats and sleeps and has such senses as we have. Such. This gallant which thou seest was in the wreck. He hath lost his fellows, and strays about to find them.
I might call him something a thing divine. Nothing natural. I have souls who know them.
It goes on, I see, as my soul prompts it. Spirit, fine spirit, I'll free thee within 2 days hence. 2 days, Chris.
Oh, sure, the goddess on whom these says attend, vouchsafe my prayer may I know if you remain upon silence, and that you will give some good instruction to give how I may bear anything. My prayer request, which you last pronounces, don't you wonder if you be made or no?
No wonder, sir, but certainly a maid.
Language, heavens! I am the best of them that speak this speech. Word but better spoken.
How? The best. What word thou the King of Naples heard?
Single thing as I am now, that wanteth to hear thee speak of Naples. Myself am Naples, who with mine eyes ever since I beheld the king of my father's wreck.
Alas, for mercy.
Yes, faith in all his lords, the Duke of Milan and his brave son being twain.
First sight. You have changed eyes. Delicatario, I'll set thee free from this. A word, good sir. I fear you have done yourself some wrong. A word.
Why speaks my father so ungently? This is the third man that I ever saw. The first man I ever sighed for. Pity moved my father to be declined my way.
Oh, if a virgin, and your affection not gone forth, I'll make you queen of Naples.
Soft, sir. One word more. Both these powers. This with business I must uneasy me, lest too lightly make a prize mine. One word more. Hast put thyself upon this island as a spy to win it from me, the Lord Hunt?
No, as I am a man.
There's nothing I can do dwell in such a temple. If the spirit have so far a house, good things will strive dwell within it.
Follow me. Speak not you, Faith. He's a traitor. Come, I'll manacle thy neck and feet together. Sea water shalt thou drink. Thy food shall be the fresh-bred mussels, with roots and husks wherein the acorn cradled. Follow?
No, I will resist such entertainment till mine enemy has more power.
Oh dear father, make no rash trail of him, for he's gentle, not fearful.
Silence! One word more shall make me chide thee, if not hate thee. What? An advocate for an impostor? Hush! Thou thinkst there is no more such shapes as he, having seen but him and Caliban? Foolish wench.
My affections are then most humble. I have no ambition to see a goodlier man.
Come on, oh, babe. Thy nerves are in their infancy again and have no vigor in them.
So they are. My spirits, as in a dream, are all bound up. My father's loss, the weakness which I feel, the wreck of all my friends, nor this man's threats to whom I am subdued or arbiter light to me. Might I but through my prison once a day behold this maid, or corners out of the earth let liberty make use of. Space enough have I in such a prison.
It works. Come on, thou hast done well, fine Ariel.
We have comfort. My father's of better nature. Sir, it happens he appears by speech. This is unwanted which he now came from.
Thou shalt be free unto yours, and exactly to all points of my command.
To the syllable.
Come, follow. Speak nothing.
Good, right, that's all of Act 1. So Act 2, me and Wesley. Okay.
Just on the loop.
Do you want to fill in for, I know you've been talking story as well about it. Do you want to fill in for Gone, or do you want to fill in for Gon's line? Just because you've done it so you know what you're
Can I go through these couple of things?
Yes, Dad.
Yes?
Hang on, did you say this?
These here, I never got them. Still there.
Am I missing?
Yeah.
Just
Act
those
2,
two.
Scene 1.
So you did when we sit down and then you fall asleep
Which
and I go
These two text here, but I still don't
So
get
why
it.
does he say this?
My language, because I've heard my language.
Yes.
Okay.
From around.
Yeah.
What else you speak? Winspeak. Crikey. What does that mean?
I am Prince. I'm the best.
Okay, so obviously
I am
you haven't done all of this.
best of them that speak this language, basically.
Yes, absolutely. So I am the best. I am the most important, the highest of the biggest of the tree, the big cheese. So he's kind of introducing himself. He said, oh,
Yeah.
hey, I'm the king of that country.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Where I'm up there, where am I? Where it is spoken.
I wish I was back at home.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I wish I were. But where to?
You'll make sense.
And prosper yourself.
Beseech you, sir, be merry. You have cause, so have we all of joy, for our escape is much beyond our loss. Our hint of woe is common. Every day some sailor's wife, the masters of some merchant, and the merchant have just half in the world. But for the miracle, I mean our preservation. Few names can speak like us. And wives of us, sir, we are
Saying
sorrow and our
myself, I am the
comfort.
king, because the single thing, yeah, single thing. So as I am like me standing here, one does the Haley speak. What does that mean? That one does.
When every grief is entertained that's offered comes to the entertainer, Dola comes to him. Indeed, you have spoken truer than you purpose.
You have taken it wisely than I meant it should.
Because actually she did.
Therefore, my lord.
Fine. What a spendthrift he is with his tongue.
Well, I have done, but yet
Oh, okay.
the rarity of it
Yeah, that
is,
makes sense.
which is indeed almost beyond credit,
As many vows rarities are.
that our garments, being as they were, drenched in the sea, though notwithstanding their freshness and glosses, being rather new dyed and stained with salt water.
If but one of his pockets speak, would it not say he lies?
A, or very falsely pocketed report. His word is more than his word is more than the miraculous heart. His hath raised the wall. His hath raised the wall and half his tomb.
What's impossible matter will make easy net.
I think he will carry this island over. I think he will carry this island over.
But I wonder, and used to
And
him.
so the kernels of it into the sea bring forth more islands.
So we were talking that our garments seem now as fresh as when we were at Tunis at the marriage of your daughter, who is now queen, is not sir, my daughter, oh wait, who is now queen, is not sir, my daughter, as fresh as the first day I wore it. I mean, in a sword.
That sword is well fished.
You cram these words into my ears against the stomach of my
King
sense.
was England.
I would never marry my daughter there. Becoming thence.
So I am the king.
Yeah.
I'm the king of Naples.
My
Who
son is
with
lost.
mine eyes,
If I'm
like
raised, she
sunset
too.
air, beheld the king
Who's
of my
far from
father.
Italy removed, I ne'er see her again. Oh, thou my
I saw-
Take that bit out. Take never since I had out. Who with mine eyes beheld
So
the
that just,
king.
that's the bit that doesn't make sense.
He may live. I saw him reach the surge
Okay, we'll just take that
and
bit
ride
out.
upon their backs and trod the
Ignore
water,
that.
whose
Who
iniquity he
with
flung
mine eyes
aside
beheld the
and
king
breasted.
of my
A
father.
surge with swollen
I
neck,
watched the
I
shipwreck.
watched.
bald head drove the conscientious waves he kept, and ordered himself with good arms and multi stroke. To shore that over his wave-worn face is bowed, and stooping to believe him, I am not doubt he came alive to land.
So,
No, no. He's
he
gone.
said,
So you may thank
What
yourself
was
for
he
this
thinking,
great
the king?
loss.
the
That
best.
would not bless
They should
our
bless
daughter
the
with your daughter,
because I am
but rather
actually
live
king
with
because
where she's at least
with
vanished
mine
from your
eyes
eye.
I saw
You
my
have
father
cause
die.
to wet
So because as soon as your father dies, what do you do? King.
You will kneel
So this is all
and
around response to this.
otherwise by all of us.
But why do you
And
think
the fair
you think,
soul
well, I know
itself
I'm
laid
king
between
because I've seen forever.
loathness and allegiance.
Who with mine
At
eyes
which
beheld the king of my father wrecked.
bow.
At which Miranda says, oh, my father was awful.
I say then, the land of
Never
Naples
seen
has
such
more
a
widows in them of this business, making man and he brings men to comfort them. The fault is your own.
Something in this, in the world that we live.
My Lord
to do
Sebastian, the truth
where
you
we
speak
get
doth lack some
everything
gentleness,
first.
and time to speak it in. You rob the soul when you should bring the
Everything
plaster.
first.
Had I plantation of the sour, my lord?
He'll sow with nettle seed.
Or docks or mallows.
And were the king on it, what would I do?
Escape being drunk for want of wine.
In the Commonwealth, I would by contraries execute all things. For no kind of traffic would I admit. No name of magistrate. Letters should not be known. Riches, poverty, and use of service, none. Contract succession, born, bound of land, till vineyard, none. No use of metal, corn, or wine, or oil, no occupation, all men idle, all land women too. Innocent and pure, no sovereignty.
Yet he will be king, God.
The last time in his commonwealth he gets the beginning.
All things in common nature should be produced without sweat or endeavour. Treason, felony, sword, pipe, knife, gun, will be of any end. But I not have. But nature should bring forth of its own kind. All poison, all abundance to feed my little people.
No, they've
No
never
marrying
ever.
of the subjects.
Not man, all idols,
Only
children
flow.
not knaves.
I would with such perfection govern, sir, to excel the golden age.
God save his majesty.
Could be. It's,
Long
it's,
live
it could be one of two
Gonzalo.
things. So,
Do you mark me, sir?
as the tide comes in and out, you could be
Prithee,
sitting in
no
the
more.
eyes.
Thou dost talk nothing to me.
Like,
I do not believe, your highness,
So-
having to minister occasion to these gentlemen who are of such sensible and nimble look. They always used to laugh at nothing.
They're only going
Because
one
you've
way,
laughed
so they're
at.
always going. So
We
your
will
eyes are never
serve,
closed.
and then we go
Sense
back.
God, that father.
Nay, good my lord, be not angry.
They're always flowing.
No, I want you. I will not adventure my description so weakly.
What I'm
Will
doing.
you laugh me to sleep, for I am very heavy?
Go sleep and hear
So it
us.
could be a play on the word play.
What?
Either way, your eyes are either balls open or you're crying.
I wish my eyes
Because
would,
you saw your dad.
with themselves, shut up my thoughts. I find they're inclined to do.
Right? But that's what
Please,
you
you,
said.
sir,
Where he goes.
do not offer the heavy offer of it. It seldom visits sorrow when it doth.
We too, my lord, will guard your person while you take your rest and watch you safely.
Thank you. One is heavy. What a
Which,
strange
so
draught
he
it
says,
possesses there.
in response to
It is
this, that's
quality.
awful. Yes, it is.
Why-
Honest, yeah,
why
it is.
doth
It
it
is.
not
And all his
then
laws,
arise
is
with-
all his laws
doth it
have
not
also
often
been
arise
wrecked.
with it? I find not myself
Who's the Duke of Milan?
Nor I.
Who's the Duke of
My
Milan?
spirits are nimble. Although this
that
won't be
possible?
remembrance, this
It
you
was
shall
the
be
Duke
little
of Milan.
memory.
Who took over?
When he is in, hath heroes might
Cigarette.
persuade. He's a
Yeah,
spirit
that's
of persuasion. Only
Oh,
professes to
is it
persuade.
his father?
King his sons alive.
Lucy.
It is as
As
important
far
as
as
you
you're
drown,
concerned,
and that
the king had made
and he that
your
sinks
dad
here swims. I have
all
no
the
hope
laws
that he
died.
can drown.
And
Oh, out
one
of
of
that's
them
no
was also
hope.
made to
What great hope have you? No hope that weighs another way so high a hope that even ambition cannot pierce or reach beyond. But doubt discovery there. Be a grant with me that Ferdinand is drowned. He's gone. Then tell me, who's next heir of Naples?
Clara.
She that comes with the king, she that is queen of Tunis, she that dwells 10 leagues beyond mankind, she that from Naples can have no no.
I remember it. You mentioned the fact of your brother's
No,
passport.
I'm not supposed to do
True.
that.
And look how well my garments
This is why you need the family tree.
Much feated than before. My brother's servants were then my fellows, and now they're my men.
Antonio's
But for
probably
your
brother.
conscience,
Hey sir, where lies
Winston is
that?
the brother of
Here
the
lies your
Washington.
brother, no better than the earth he lies upon. If he were that which now he likes is dead, whom I, this obedient steel, 3 inches of it, can lay to bed forever. Whilst you, doing thus, to the perpetual wing for I might cause in ancient morsel, they serve prudence, which should not upbraid our course.
And his brave
that
son
case,
is
dear
12,
friend,
means
shall be
2.
my
So the brave son is
president,
going
as thou
to
artist Milan. I'll come by Naples. Draw thy sword, one stroke shall free thee from the tribute which thou payest, and I the king shall love thee.
Draw together, and when I read my hand, do you they like, fort on Gonzalo.
You're the only
Oh,
son.
but one word.
Anyway,
My
since
master,
then,
though his
she's
art
oh,
proceeds
that's awful. Yeah,
his
it's
friend
really
of
like
it, and sends me forth, but else his project dies, to keep them
yeah,
living.
and all the laws as well. The Duke of Milan and his brave son.
Restored in life, open down to legacy. It's time not to take decision. If all life you prepare,
What does this
shake off
mean?
something, and beware. Awake! Awake!
Then let us both be sudden.
Now, good
So,
angels,
at
preserve the
that
king!
point there, you feel everything.
Why? How now? How awake?
And he realised
Why are you
that
drunk?
that was part of his plan because he wants
Wherefore
your king.
What's the matter?
Whilst we stood here securing your repose, even now we heard a hollow burst of bellowing, like bulls, or rather lions.
I'm the king, she's the
You're the heir to Nathan, she's the heir to Granson.
I did nothing.
Oh, it was a din to frighten the monsters in, to make an earthquake. Sure, it was the roar of a whole herd of lions.
Right? And that means he would be the leader
This
of
comes
all.
on.
Upon mine honour.
So you'll have close citizens just come at English
Now
control.
strange, 1, 2, which did await me. I shake to serve pride. As my eyes opened, I saw the weapons drawn. Wasn't always, that's very early. 'Tis best we stand upon our guard, or that we quit this place. Let's draw our weapons.
Let's lead off this ground, and let's make further search for my sponsor.
Heavens keep him from these beasts, for he is sure by the island.
Lead the way.
Prosper, my lord, shall know what I have done.
So, King, go safely, on to seek you thy son.
Head straight in.
All infections that the sun sucks up from fens, bogs and flats on Prospero Hall are making by inch me
She told me to put in about.
The spirits hear me, and yet I needs must curse. They're not frightened. Pitch me out of
She
here.
told me to put in about.
Lead me like a firebrand into the dark and out of my way unless he bid them. Yes, every trifle set upon me. Sometimes like apes that meow and chatter at me. And after bite, like hedgehogs that lie tumbling in my barefoot way and mount their pricks at my footfall. Sometimes am I all wounded adders who with cloven tongues do hiss me into madness. Lo now, lo, here comes the spirit of his son to torment me, but bringing wood in slowly. I'll fall flat, perchance he will not mind me.
Here's neither bush nor scrub to bear off any weather at all. And another storm brewing. I hear it, I the wind. Yon same black cloud, yon huge one. That looks like a far lombard that sheds his liquor. If it's as sum as it did before, I don't know where to hide my head. Yon same cloud cannot find my very faithful. What have we here? A man or a fish? Dead or alive? A fish? Oh! Oh, it smells like a fish. Oh, a very ancient fish. Oh, a very ancient fish-like smell. Kind of not the newest portrait. Oh. Were I now in England as I once was, but had this fish painted, not a holiday fool there would give me a piece of silver. There would this fish make a man. Any strange beast there would make a man. When they not give a doit to relieve a lame beggar, they would lazy out 10 to see a dead Indian. Legged like man, and fins like arms. Oh, warm on my trough, I do let loose my opinion. I hold it no longer. This is no fish but an islander that hath lately suffered by a thunderbolt. Alas, the storm come again. My best way is to creep under his gabardine. There is no other shelter hereabouts. Misery acquaints a man with strange bed-belly foes. I should straddle till the dreads of the storm over me past.
I shall no more to sea, but I die ashore. Oh, this is a very scurvy tune to sing at a man's funeral. Well, here's my comfort. The master swabber, the boatswain and I, the governor and his mate, the Maud, Meg and married and Marjorie, but none of us cared for Kate. Well, she had a long tongue with tang, would cry to a sailor, go hang. She looked up the sailor in her paw and pinch. She got a tail of a scratch when she did itch. But then to see boys would let her go hang. This is a scurvy tune too. But here's my comfort.
Oh, do not torment me, oh!
What's the matter? And what devil's here? Do you put tricks upon with savages and men of inns? I have not escaped the drowning to be afeard now of your 4 legs, but it hath been said, as proper a man as ever went on 4 legs cannot make him give ground. It shall be said so again, whilst the Father breathes out nostrils.
Oh, the spirits torment me, oh!
This is some mouse of the island with 4 legs, who hath got, as I take it, an ague, where the devil should learn our language. I will give us some relief, but if it be but for that, if I can recover him, and keep him tame and get to Naples with him, he's a present for any emperor that ever trod at needs leather.
Oh, do not torment me, prithee. I'll bring my wood home faster.
He's in his fit now, and does not talk after the wisest. He shall taste of my bottle. If he never drunk wine afore, will he go near to remove his fit? If I can recover him, keep him tame, I will not take too much for him. He shall pay for him that hath him and that sound him.
Thou dost me yet a little hurt. I will turn on. I know by thy trembling now prosper works upon thee.
Come on your ways. Open your mouth. Here is that which give you language to you, cat. Open your mouth. This will shake your shaking, I can tell you in that sound. You cannot tell who's your friend. Open your chaps again!
I should know that voice. It should be but his, but he's drowned. Oh, he's a devil, don't defend me!
4 legs and 2 voices. A most delicate monster. His forward voice now speaks well of his friend. His backward voice is to utter foul speeches and to detract. For wine in my bottle will cover him. I will help take you. Come, amen! I will pass some of thy other mouth.
Stefano!
Oh, doth thy other mouth call me? Christ the bitch! Mercy, mercy, a devil and no monster! I will leave him. I have no long spoon.
Stefano, if thou beest, Stefano, touch me and speak to me. I am Trinculo. Not to be afraid, thy good friend Trinculo!
Thou beast, Trinculo, come forth! I'll pull thee by the lesser legs. If any be Trinculo's next, these are they. Thou art very Trinculo indeed. How camest thou into this siege of the moon calf? Can he vent Trinculos?
I took it to be killed by a thunderstroke, but thou art not drowned, Stefano. I hope now thou art not drowned. Is a storm overblown? I hid me under the dead moon calf that gathered down in fear of the storm.